Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are watching The Real Show. We are coming to you live from New York City, and I'm so excited for today's episode because I love music. And this next guest gets to put together some incredible music for us, whether we're on the dance floor or if you're just chilling at home and wanting to listen to some good vibes, then this is a man that you need to know. All right. If you don't know him already, then where have you been? Because he's been taking Amapiano, Afrobeats, and African music to the world. Ladies and gents, put together for the one and only DJ Scuba. I thought you were gonna give me like a Amapiano d as you walk in, as you come in. I didn't tell you. How are you doing, DJ Scuba? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. It's all good.
Okay. So how are you doing?
I'm fine. It's all good. Everything is fine. Good to be here out here with you too today.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. It's been a while. Like it's been a
Where
while.
I know. Where in the US are you right now?
What?
Where in
Come
the
again?
US are you currently right now?
Oh, I'm in the DC. I'm in the DC area, Washington DC now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you travel quite a bit.
Mhm.
I had to make sure I would find out where your location is, and we're gonna touch base on you coming to New York City in a bit. But
Yeah.
before we do that, just want to give my audience a little bit of info of who Scuba is.
Mhm.
If you were to share with us a little bit more about yourself outside of your music, because we're gonna get into that in a bit. Who is Scuba? Give us a little bit more about yourself.
Oh, okay. My name is DJ Scuba. I'm a Nigerian DJ. Uh, of course, I do genres like Afrobeat and Amapiano. Of course, I'm literally open format though because also do like hip hop and also other important genres though. But I kind of specialize in Afrobeat and Amapiano. I reside here in the United States. So, yeah, but like originally from Nigeria, like I said before, on American Nigeria.
Yeah,
So, um,
that's what's up.
yeah.
And when did you come in? So, from what I've heard from either your mixes or even watching you perform live, you're not the type of DJ that you would be like, he just started or like he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, you look like you know exactly what you're doing, and it looked like you've been at this for a bit. So, how many years have when did you kind of fumble
Mhm.
within the DJing and the music space?
Yeah, life they say like you plan, and when you're into it, like it gives you an overview, like you have to like reschedule your moves and all that. Yeah, as a younger boy, I was like hoping to like be this like famous engineer like another. And of course, I went to school trying to study that. So I did my first degree in engineering. Like, well, I came out of it and lost a little bit focus, like not like focus, like interest. So I had to like divert to like study like mathematics. At some point, I noticed like there was statistics, and I like moved to it. But then during my school days, before my final years, that was in 2014. I kind of had like love for music, where I would literally like go out with my elder ones and like crash parties. But I noticed that each time that, because I was not actually like up to the age then, that was like sometime 2010. But each time they are on the dance floor, I'm behind the DJ, like watching the DJ and all that though. So it gave me like this other inspiration. Like it literally awoken something inside me and made me feel like, bro, like this could be you sometime. And I picked
Yeah.
interest from then though. And literally I like play during school days. I When they say like that it's like a departmental party, like a school party, I will show up and they'll give me the gig and I'll shut
Mm.
it down. Like, this like was way back there, 2013, 2014. And I literally was like, oh, I'm just gonna do this because I'm in school and I have spare time and I can make extra money. But when I graduated, I also saw myself navigating towards being a DJ, and I got my first residency in 2015, somewhere in Nigeria. Like, but the journey started far way back 2014. So if you like want to go back in time, I'll say that has been like 10 years now. So I'm very
Yeah.
much like confident of my craft today because I've developed it to a point where I don't struggle in it, though I enjoy it. Even though I also like ended up being able to like complete my studies, I do my statistics, I also like do my engineering. I actually like also dived into tech, but I'm still a very good DJ and I enjoy this life though. I could be any other place, but whenever I'm back to being a DJ, that's where I love it most. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, you look like you're having a lot of fun when you play.
I do though,
I've
yeah.
seen how you just you enjoy
Yeah,
yourself completely. And you can
yeah,
tell,
that's
like
what
you
it
can
is, yeah.
tell when someone has seasoned themselves in their craft. And I think you are
Okay.
one of those people when I look at, and I've come across many DJs, right? And I've seen people play oftentimes, but there's something about the enhancement of how your skill has developed that makes you really stand out from the crowd. So you
Yeah.
can tell it's been over 10 years of you working in this space. What about in itself the craft would you say makes it special or different to any other parts or forms of music, right? So we can, there's different elements of music. There's singing, there's playing an instrument, there's various
Hmm.
different. What made you kind of decide that DJing specifically was what you wanted to specialize in, or was music not the central part but DJing the central part for you? If you can kind of help us with that distinguishment as well.
You know, music is a language, and literally DJs get to like speak all the languages, you know?
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you come across music, you see like an artist is like on his own side, and this one is on their own side. I'm literally open format. Like I've played a lot of gigs around the world. You know, I've been booked for Afrobeats events around the world, in Dubai, in around the United States, like in Africa, far down Europe. I've also been like booked for house gigs. Like I remember my last outing in Dubai, like it was I had like electronic music set though. So like music has like different languages, you know, and I chose to speak all of them and not just be one sided though. As much as I'm like, you know, I specialize in some parts though, but I know I can be able to like fit in any other part instead. So like, so I as a musician, even though I make music too, like, you know, I try not to like be one sided. Imagine like having to like trying to be able to like bring you see what DJs do today, like, you know, the creativity in the craft, you know, trying to like bring Afrobeat music and insert it into like an electrical space, or
Yeah.
maybe like a house space. That's how we have Afro house journey. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, or you bring a hip hop sample, like a hip hop vocal, and you drop it in an Afrobeat space. Like, this is like speaking too many languages at the same time. So it can only be a DJ that will have that capability. And when I checked it out, I was like, no, I don't want to be one sided. I want to be
Yeah.
able to
Yeah.
speak all the languages and be able to like reach as many people as possible. And that's what I'm achieving today. And I believe that I'm on the right
Yeah.
lane. Oh yeah.
I never heard someone say it in that capacity, and I think you've beautifully expressed what it actually is being a DJ in the
Yeah.
broader musical, aspect. I
Yeah.
remember seeing someone has come up with this term called Mexican Amapiano. It's like playing a bit with Spanish music and then adding it to Amapiano, so it's Mexi piano or something like that.
So
I'm
they are
like, look
speaking
at the
two languages. Yeah.
creativity. It's
Yeah.
all interesting. And I've always wondered, right? How does DJing work? And I'm sure there are people who might be watching and ask themselves, a lot of the times we see someone behind the DJing booth and we see you guys moving things. What is the process before you get into the booth, and what is the process in the booth that makes that kind of that makes DJing, if that question makes sense.
I got you though. Yeah, I get where you're driving at though. You know, just like there are so many DJs out there, but few stand out. You know, it takes more. It's not just about, you know, wanting to be out there, wanting to be behind those decks. You have to be connected to the music. You also have to have this communication with the crowd. You know, it's like too many things at the same time. You know, you need to
Yeah.
like be spiritually bonded with your music, with your kind of craft, with what your intentions is like. It's like taking like someone. It's like being the pilot, the captain in the ship, and you are taking a couple of people, like a group of people, to a destination. That's what a DJ does, though. And many DJs may not be able to like understand it this way. Yeah, but I feel like if you understand that you are taking people through a journey, you know, you are putting them in a mood, you know, you determine where they
Yeah.
are going to end up, you know, how you carry them, how they sell, and where the destination is going to be. So the way you tap into it, you know, is also like a very vital part of it. And I feel like music is technical, you know, the aspect of being technical is like just knowing where to come in and knowing what the crowd needs out of the whole song. For example, the music can be 3 minutes, 5 minutes, but you know just the perfect 1 minute out of the five to like give the crowd, you know. to serve them. It's just like serving a course meal, when to serve the dessert, when to serve the first course meal, the second, the third. You just gotta be late about it though. So,
Yeah.
and of course it's also like, something, a craft that you have to like perfect over time. You know, you grow
Mm.
in it. When you see me DJ and you see how I do it stresslessly, you feel like that it's not a big deal in it. But trust me, it's so much to like, it's so much to like, being put together at the same time, like you said, so many buttons, it's so many things out there. So, and if you understand all those buttons, that's how you understand, that's how much you understand your music. So, and
Mm.
some people only know how to like throw one music into another, but that's not it. If you watch my mixes, you'll see that I don't just throw mixes. I kind of like tell you a story with the mixes. I kind of give you some transitions that you don't believe that will come out of something. Sometimes I don't play it, sometimes I vocal mix it, like it's called wordplay. Like sometimes it's like, blending the drums, you don't even know like when we switch to the next song. Like it's too many things at the same time. Sometimes you need to like freakishly like scratching something and the people react to it well, like it's just like vibes though. But you grow in it though, and over time you perfect a lot of things. DJing is a craft that you don't just jump into because you just want to be a DJ. I feel like it's
Yeah.
a craft you need to jump into because you have like passion for it. You have to be happy doing it. You can do it when you are being paid and when you're not being paid. On and off the cameras, you're out there, you're doing your most, because most of the times the job you see us like exhibit out there is actually what we are able to like perform and perfect in here. You understand what I'm saying?
I
So like,
do.
yeah,
I
we put in
do.
the work and we come outside and just give you like 20% of the whole job that we've done inside, like 80% of inside. Yeah. And one last thing that we need to add to that is like it's a technical craft. If you don't add techniques to it, if you don't calculate time well, you miss the point. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
Actually, it works for me because I did mathematics in one of my degrees and I did statistics in the other and I also did engineering. Like I'm a technical person by nature, so I understand how to like literally craft my music into a way that you feel like it was built for you. Like,
Mm.
being
I
my
like
audience,
that.
yeah, you feel like it was built specially for you. So I know how to sync my audience into my music. So like just my style, work
And
for
how
me.
long does it take to put together a mix? So if you were to say you're coming to this event on this weekend in New York, how long does it take for you to prepare that set? Or do you have a set for a season that you kind of put together and then you know that every time you're playing, what's the preparation to providing an audience like the one you're to provide this weekend an incredible set? What's the process before you go on stage?
I would say like, what makes one like signify like kind of, singled out in the crowd is your ability to come out fresh each time you pull up. Like
Yeah.
not to pull up with the same set though, you know. Yeah, you might be expecting me to do the same thing I did on my previous set and I'll wow you and like overlay that one and find something beneath it and like throw out to you. You'll be like, wow, this is new. So I'm always like fresh when I come around with my new sets, like because I don't, even though I don't expect the same people in the crowd, I feel like some people might be watching too. So videos will go around though. If it's the same thing, then it won't make sense. Yeah, I'm literally visible, so most of the time
Yeah.
I'm on set, I'm
and and
live.
and
So.
and I guess being able to understand the crowd and their desires from a set is also quite critical. What changes? How often do changes happen on the day or on the deck? How often do you prepare a set and then something occurs and do you normally just go ahead and change it or you just play what you prepared for that audience?
No, actually, when you come for a gig, then like you understand what the gig requires. You literally what like we prepare something, just like prepare something basic. Like something you feel like will suit that crowd. You feel like, yeah. But for me, creative DJs like me, I'm sure that as much as we prepared something, we also pay attention to the crowd and see when what we prepared may not just be like the best thing, when we can serve something different, just around what we prepared, regardless. So we don't strictly adhere, like strictly play what we prepared. The crowd can determine what we play most of the time. So you can come and the crowd is like on the back of what you prepared, then you have to flip it and make it face them though. So it's all there. The sets are all there. That's why I prefer to like play on my computers and not just play on a flash drive, because playing on a flash drive like will make you like literally play what's on the flash. But when you're on the computer, you are widely, open to options though. So and I like my alternatives, like I like my options there, so that if imagine like coming to an Amapiano event and at some point the crowd literally have had enough of Amapiano, you need to like shift a little bit. How do you do if there's nothing on your flash drive? You know? Yeah. Not like totally go out of the off from just pure Amapiano to a little bit Afro house though, which is like almost
Yeah.
a similar genre, So it's always
Right.
good that you are able to like prepare for every possibilities though. I did like probability in school and I did like a course that we call trial and error. So we were taught like, when we are coming to like a situation where we don't know the actual outcome, that we should come with options so that if this one doesn't work, that one will. Yeah.
I love that. I mean, who would have thought that maths and science would play a vital role into you creating music, right? That's
Though, but
absolutely incredible.
not, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, and you can see, you can tell within the skill that there's nuances of technicality in there, and I think in and itself it's a science, right?
It's a science, yeah.
And yeah, and I think that's what, as I said earlier on, like that's what makes the difference between like someone who can just get into DJing for the fame or for because it's what everyone's doing right now, but for the people that actually do it because they love it and because they're skilled in it, you can tell the difference within that. Where
Yeah.
has been your favorite crowd? You've played all over the world. You've played in different countries, in different continents. Which audience understands the DJ Scuba sound? Which audience would you say this country, this destination, or this type of people have been the core audience that I love playing for?
I feel like my audience is actually the audience that were able to like, appreciate every genre of music that I throw back to them, you know. So and I specialize in weddings most of the times, like when I do my corporate events. So I feel like I love the audience I have when I do like wedding after parties, you know, because this audience is totally mixed and they are out here to have a good time, and you know, what's it called? I would say like considering like geographical locations though, when I was in Nigeria, in Lagos, Nigeria though, I had the biggest parties, the best of them, the best of the best parties. People party from the beginning to the end, like these people are not here to like
Yeah,
video
yeah.
you. They
I've
are
heard
not here
Lagos
to
is
be
a
on their
vibe. I've
phones.
never been to.
They are here to have a good time.
I've
Like,
heard y'all know how to party.
oh God, man, they know how to party. Like they are out here to have a good time. So in Lagos, Nigeria, I've had like so many moments I wish you could take me back to though. Yeah, like like it's been like amazing out there though. And I feel like there was a party I had in Dubai the second time I was there though. Like my God, like everybody was out there to have a good time. It was summer Dubai sometime in 2022. Yeah, and I had this set in one hotel. It's called Fortune Grand. It was in the Marina area of the Dubai Marina though. So like when I got to that space and I saw the crowd, like it was electrifying. I had other DJs played before me. I couldn't wait to
Mm.
get on that stage, and when I got up there finally, like the mood I had from the environment, like the reception the audience gave me, I don't think I felt that anywhere though. Maybe closely sometime in DC here, but not close to it enough. Like it was just electrifying, and they understood music, and the crowd was like mixed enough that I threw everything at them and they reacted to all of it. I went 360 degrees. I did hip hop, Afrobeat, house. I did Amapiano. I did some compa. I did a little bit reggaeton. Like they were all back to back eating it up. Even when we did like the reggae and dancehall, it was just good. Like so, when you meet such crowd, you understand that these people are here for you. Like the music, you are not limited to music. You just need to like give them whatever like that they will appreciate. And that crowd was just like the best fit for it though.
I love that. I love that. What is your take on the Afrobeats versus Amapiano kind of very gentle, subtle war, if that's even a term? It's like there's this kind of battle between Amapiano and Afrobeats.
Mm.
Do you think it's even a valid thing? Do you think it should even be there from your point of view as a DJ?
No, it's okay that it's there though. Most of the times you don't see what the negative things does to your craft. Like imagine the world of today when everything is all positivities. Nobody pays so much attention. The little negativity and the little, will I say, the little friction brings about just attention, enough attention to it, and this is good for the crowd. Like you see how much Amapiano has been like introduced to the world and how much he has gone into the world. Imagine one Amapiano song, "Water" by Tyler, was able to like get the Grammys. Just within the first 2 years of the Amapiano wave. Afrobeat has been there. For a long time. We all know the artists. Most of the times when there are international acts and like nominations, you see they're all Afrobeat artists. But today, you could see like Amapiano artists being like included into the. So if there was no little tussle, everybody wants to be in the front of the game. Though, even me myself, if you check some of my page, like some of my posts on my pages, I did a little like South Africa versus Nigeria, just like literally Amapiano versus Afrobeat, just like a comparison, and you see the tussle under the post. They got millions of views. Another why? Because people are interested in what they have to say. People have opinion, and I've come to understand that it's just like taste. It's just like it's about preferences. Some people want to hear the vocals, while some people only are thrilled by the log drums and the drum bass. Like it depends on what your preferences are. And because you love log drums and I love vocals, doesn't make either music not good enough. No, the
Yeah.
two genres are like one of the best things that happened to Africa. Afrobeat and Amapiano is like the best things that happened to Africa. I'm telling you, we have Afrofusion, we have Afro house, but I'm telling you, these two have blessed Africa, because he has
Yeah.
given us, like, he has introduced us to the diaspora market, like to the market where even other ethnicities have tapped into and they love our music. Sometimes you go to like, some Afrobeat event, you see like the crowd is totally mixed. It's not, it's totally mixed from everybody from all parts of the world. You go to a piano event, it's not just Africans. You will see it this weekend when the videos won't go around. You see that it's totally mixed. Everybody's out there. They want to listen to good music. So these two genre of music, like literally are like brother and sister. You understand what I'm saying? They work hand in
Yeah.
hand, because at the end of the day, even when you said that you are playing an Afrobeat set, you still get to a point and you switch it up and do some Amapiano. At the end of the day, when we say we are doing an Amapiano set, we still come to a point and switch it and incorporate Afrobeat into it. They cannot literally exist independent of each other if you want to
I
make it
think
look
so
good.
too.
Yeah, else it
Yeah.
would be like so boring. You understand what I'm saying? You wouldn't be able to like actually like get people like that 100% satisfaction they expect from you as a DJ. So I feel like it's okay to have a little friction, but it's good for business. Sometimes people put a little bit, yeah.
I like
Sometimes you
that.
see like some adverts out there, people put a little bit controversy just to be able to bring people's attention. Then when they come, then you give them the good thing. So they should
Yeah.
like think that we are fighting. But when they come around, we'll give them the good stuff coming from God. And they were gonna eat
Well,
it up without even knowing.
there was someone who did how to do African dance moves, right? No, they said Nigerian dance moves, and then they did this one dance move called Ikwarakwara, and they were like number 4 Kwarakwara, and the South Africans in the comments were eating him up. They were like, "Dude, that's not a Nigerian dance move. Why are you putting there?" And everyone was like, "Hey guys, it's for fun. Like let's all just have a good time, and
It's
as long
all
as it's
vibes.
African,
It's all vibes.
it's all for vibes. The rest of the world enjoys it in that sense. I went to a restaurant, a Middle Eastern restaurant with strictly Middle Easterns in the room, but they were playing City Boy, they were playing Twala Bami, they were playing Water. I was like, this is where we are.
This is where
People
we
from
are.
all over are recognizing that they need to play us in their establishments, even though we're not even there, right? So there's something good that's happening here, and what you do and who you are is part of that wave as well, because it's now being able to reach people from all over, because people like yourself are transporting it to various different spaces and places. So that in
Hmm.
itself is massive, and it's huge.
Yeah.
And what would you say you'd like your contribution in music to be, collectively and just as holistically? Are you looking forward to kind of being the type of DJ that is going to release music to an extent where that's just like you're known for that, or what's your ultimate goal and plan for your music?
Yeah, of course. Then the goal is also to like go to a point where we'll be able to like, create our own feeling into a music and like give it out there for people to like, embrace and kind of relate to how we feel about music too. So the goal has always been to like also be like not just like play other people's music, but to be able to like make our own too. of course, like previously, I've released a couple songs on all platforms. So like when you check, aside from my mixtapes that circulate around, like I have up to like 4 songs I did with several artists, and I'm working on a couple too. I'm working on a song with an artist called Voodoo Man. He's a Ghanaian artist. He stays in Atlanta. I'm working on a song recently with an artist called E Flat. He stays in New York. Actually, I might be inviting him for the set this weekend. We might actually like get the chance to like perform the unreleased track, and see how people like reacts to it. Yeah. So, and I'm working on a song with some of my producers back in Nigeria, though. So, actually, we are putting much energy in music and hoping that sometime when it perfects, we'll start like giving it out to people out there to like react to how we feel about music. So, we are trying to like get some Afrobeats, Amapiano, some Afro house, genre. Maybe at some point do some hip hop drills though, in case we have like set in the UK and like in the future, so that we also like have something of our own to like give
Yeah.
back to them and all that though. So music is always part of the plan though. It depends on like the best time to be able to like incorporate it into the introduce it and all that though. And
I
we've
like
been doing that. So,
that.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing those songs coming out, and hopefully, if you do that one this weekend, which is what we're going to be talking about right now, you are in New York City. I know you are on a nationwide tour. I mean, you're always somewhere. You always, hence I asked you at the beginning, like, where are you right now? Because you're always
Yeah, it was
traveling.
a good thing that you asked though, because last week we were all up and about though. Last week we were in Maryland. From Maryland
Yeah,
on Wednesday we were back to Atlanta on Thursday. And on Friday we were in Texas. On Saturday I went far down the west in Utah, South Salt Lake City, and it was such a vibe though. I didn't know that like there were Africans in Utah though. But I had to go see for myself, and it was such a vibe though. So I came back to Washington
nice.
DC like a few days ago because I have a gig here tomorrow. Then after I'm done here tomorrow, I should be back in New York on Saturday for this
Saturday.
particular gig. Yeah. So and on Sunday I may be back to
Exciting.
Maryland because I have like something like for the whole weekend. It's a long weekend actually, like, but we're getting it moving though. Yeah.
Booked and busy is
Yeah.
that's what it should be. And
We are
summer's
here
coming
for it
up.
though.
You're
Yeah, we
gonna
are
be
here
very
for it.
difficult to get hold of because this summer is coming up, and this is
Yeah.
gonna be an Amapiano Afrobeat summer. You can just tell in the
We are
vibration
taking
that
it by the horn
that's the
though.
energy.
Yeah, it's good. It's just the right time to
So you're
go.
gonna be busy, Scuba. You're gonna be very, very busy. But it's all I'm excited for you. I'm looking forward to, of course, seeing you continuously just like give us good music, continue sharing good music, and just bringing us good vibes. That in itself is exciting. So where are you this weekend in New York? What's happening? Give us a little bit of info on that.
Yeah, this weekend we actually in New York on Times Square, Blue Midtown. Yeah, we'll be bringing the whole vibes. Amapiano and Afrobeats. We are coming with Afropolitan cities. We are known like well known for industry nights and good parties. The last time we were in DC with this same Spring Fest, Amapiano Spring Fest, and it was such a vibe. Like we had 1,000 plus people in the room, and the energy never went down. We had like 4 DJs the last time. This time around we're having like 5 DJs on set. It's like 5 hours with 5 DJs. You can imagine what energy that could be, though. Like everybody's gonna be coming with their A game. I'm sure, like from the beginning of the party to the end of it, it's gonna be vibes. Blue Midtown, like I say, it's in Times Square, Manhattan. You don't want to miss it. Afropolitan Cities DJ Scuba, we outside like this weekend, Saturday. Everything in New York should be like channeled to that energy, though. If you want to have a good time, though. So we'll be
Yeah,
expecting to see you in New York City this weekend, and we are sure that we're gonna have a good time. Though I'm really looking forward. This gig is actually special to me because New York City is like one of my favorite cities in the world. The last time I was in New York, it was such a vibe. Yeah, it was industry, and I believe that's where I met you for the first time.
that's
Though,
it.
like
That's
the last
right.
time, like, and it
Yeah,
was such a vibe. I love the
we had a
energy.
good
I love the
time.
people. I love the after effects of the party. When we came out, we were outside the environment, and it was just a time space. It was so beautiful. Being in the Times Square in the night and all that. Though it's the same venue, the same location, just about similar timing and all that. This time
Yeah.
around, Saturday, the 25th of May, New York City, Afropolitan City. We outside. Let's get it.
Let's get it. It's the weather's looking good, so it's definitely everyone's gonna be outside, and hoping that
Yeah.
everyone's gonna be heading towards Blue Midtown to enjoy Jesus. I mean, I'm telling you guys right now that if you are not gonna be there on Saturday, go check him out because you're gonna love his mixes. If you want to have a good time, this is the person that you need to follow and just be in awareness of. I'm so excited. 5 hours. That means that one needs to. Yo, Scuba, I'm excited for Saturday, but I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna be so tired because I dance, I
I
go dance.
know.
So
The energy is good, yeah. And I'm expecting it. I'm looking forward to it too, yeah.
So we're just gonna be turning it up, and yeah, hoping to see you there as well. Scuba, I know you're a busy guy, so I'm gonna let you either go back to mixing your music or traveling the world as you do. So thank you so much for joining me. Of course, you're gonna keep coming back here. There's still so much more to unpack. So we're gonna be inviting you back on the show to continue unpacking music and so much more that you're doing. Have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining me.
It was a pleasure joining you today, for you. Like, I enjoyed the set, though. Like,
Of
and I'm looking forward to being in New York with you and having a great time too.
For sure, for sure. Of course, ladies and gents, that is DJ Scuba. Go check him out on social media. He is at DJ Scuba across social media platforms. And do the right thing and join us this Saturday at Blue Midtown to come and have a good time. You are watching The Vuyo Show, and I hope that, of course, you're going to follow us on social media. Do like, share, subscribe our YouTube channel, and do all the things that are meant to be done. But from me and DJ Scuba, to you with so much love, it's goodbye and have a fantastic day. Cheers for now.
Peace out.
Yay!